Prestigious watch auctions generally feature big-ticket brands such as Rolex, Patek Philippe, and the like. But over the last couple of years, they have had company in the form of micro-brands such as Horologer Ming. Ming is a Malaysian company that makes its watches in Switzerland. In 2019, it won the Horological Revelation Prize awarded by the Grand Prix de Horlogerie de Genève. Within just 7 years of launch, Ming has attracted a cult following for its distinctive aesthetic and robust build. The success of and recognition for brands such as Ming represent a high point in the evolution of micro or boutique watch brands. In fact, it is not uncommon these days to find micro brands sharing space with luxury brands and collectors' watch boxes.
I think micro brands are a very, very essential pillar of the watch industry. They are the guys who are actually pushing the limits of creativity. I feel that now serious watch collectors or watch collectors per se are recognizing all of these boundaries which are getting pushed. There's a fresh flavor, fresh perspective to an industry which was earlier always ruled and reigned by the big watchmakers or the big conglomerates as such.
The first micro brands were launched over a decade ago. Microbrands follow a direct-to-consumer internet sales model with no distributor and retailer margins. Their origins are often crowdsourced and they make watches in limited quantities. Most microbrands generally design in-house. Some assemble in-house but use off-the-shelf movements. The popularity of the smartwatch has seen several established brands move upmarket. This has left the space vacant for microbrands, which usually cost anywhere between $400 and $1,500. Unlike big established brands that stick to a predetermined plan, microbrands are agile and can afford to be radical and fun. While not all of them make the cut, there are some that stand out. Scottish company Anne Ordain, for instance, has built a reputation for making enamel dial watches accessible. The art of applying ground crystals of soft glass or enamel to metal dial base and then firing it in a kiln was once the preserve of specialized companies. But Anne Ordain, whose watches cost between £1,500 and £4,000, is using modern technology to make enamel dial watches more affordable. French brand Baltic's $1,000 prismic dress watch collection, launched earlier this year, featured highly detailed 36mm stunners. Die watches from Canadian brand Helios are much sought after by die-hard enthusiasts. Helios sources its movements from Switzerland or Japan and other components from Asia. India too has its own boutique brands. The 11-year-old Jaipur watch company's watches, which cost between Rs 18,000 and Rs 65,000, feature engravings and Pechwai art. Its latest collections include watches with antique postage stamps and miniaturized Ravi Verma paintings. Down south, the Bangalore Watch Company too has attracted a loyal clientele for its dress, aviation, urban sports and space-inspired watches that start at about 80,000. In early May, the Bangalore Watch Company Apogee became India's first space-qualified watch. Experts feel the best microbrands could move up the pecking order and steadily turn independent.
But I think it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, energy, R&D. It takes decades, honestly, to get to a stage. Sure, money is a concern, but money can be raised. The industry is doing very well for themselves. So yes, a lot of microbrands would want to get to a stage where they are relabeled as an independent, but how many can do that? I think it's anybody's guess.